So yeah, shit's happen anytime. Luckily I'm still here, intact, but my headlight's broken. And I'm just gonna replace it with this imitation Raider 150 headlight assembly. And let's install it right away. Gather all the tools you might need and let's start. And first things first, remove the headlight. And detach the cables in the headlight. These two wires is for the DRL accessory I installed to my headlight. These are the cracked part. It's not necessary, but with this broken headlight, I cannot register this motorcycle. No wonder why. Anyways, this is the item I'm gonna install. A Raider 150 headlight. It's just a imitation and it's cheap, but I won't recommend it since it's breakable. But this is just for the replacement until I can afford the original one. The finishing of this headlight is pretty awful, but you can even see the imperfections, the drippings, and in the other side it's okay, but yeah, it's better than nothing. And you might need the extension bar for the modifications and the comparison between these two. I like the imitation better because of its aggressive looks. The broken one, off you go. And I recommend you guys peeling all the plastic before installing. It's quite hard if you just install and without peeling the plastics in it. That's my DRL relay. I'm gonna remove it, it's no use. And now the transferring of the lights. I recommend putting it in a soft cushion to avoid scratches. I don't guarantee the included wiring is the same with the original. If you want it, you can rewire or rediagram the included on the other one. And now we're gonna transfer all the lights. Trust me guys, I don't recommend you're gonna use LED for this type of headlight, this imitation, because I tested once and the beam is so downward and it was bended. I don't recommend it. I recommend to leave this one. I'm just lazy to put a source for this spark light, but it's on you. And we're gonna transfer this original one to the imitation, just like that. And the other one, just like that. Awesome. Pay attention, the two is closer and the other one is further from the two notches. And just figure it out for yourselves. After you put everything, make sure they are intact. Leave this one here You can give a source. It depends on your creativity. I'm just lazy in this part. Leave this one here. You can give it a source. It depends on your creativity. I'm just lazy in this part. If you will not use it, just tape it and tuck it in circles. Just like that. In the finale, this will be the tricky part to install the headlight tightly. Since this is not the original, we'll go conversion. You'll need an extension bar and cut off this length and try to smoothen the edge. It's on you. This bracket I'm using is for Raider 150, but it fits for Raider J, but you'll need to drill it out. If you don't have mini driving lights, you can skip this part. By pressing this timestamp, you can see on the minute watch. Just a reminder, the wiring mesh should moving freely and not being squished. Move it aside in a good spot and try to wiggle it. And try to turn your steering and make sure it moves freely before you're gonna tighten all the bolts. Before tightening all the bolts, try to see it for yourself if it's symmetrical or bend or whatsoever. And if it's perfectly symmetrical, you can now install your brackets just like that. A simple rule of DIYer, you'll need creativity. Think for your own perspective. Do not rely on someone. Let your creativity shine, and it might be one of the unique ways. What will I do here is simple. This will be the use of the extension bar we cut off. Thread it and snug it first and find the best possible position. And watch closely the bottom part. Just overlay to the metal and that's it. And get any type of marker, then insert it to the bolt hole and mark the extension bar just like that. As you can see it right there, that was marked, and remove it. And you can see the mark, and that's we will be drilling in. And now the time of drilling. First one, a small one, I forgot the size. The drill bit is out of sharpness, it didn't penetrate the other one. As you can see it right there, the other one is penetrated and this one is marked. At least it is marked. And now the second 3/16 and the last 1/4 size. This is the bolts and washers I'll be using. You need 2 of these long bolts with nuts and 2 flaring bolts and this drilled extension bar. Use the flare bolts for the extension bar. You can see this loosen before securing the extension bar. Pull it upward diagonally, just like that. And position it like this, trust me. And the other side, likewise. And now for the head to be installed. Just likewise, overlay the metal part to this adjuster part, just like that. Now it's time to secure it in place. And I have a trick for this one. You'll need tape. For the nut to hold in position, tape the nut in the back of the extension bar, just like that. Just make sure it can hold it in place. The other side, perfect. And reattach the connection first to make sure they will light on. You can test it for yourself first, but for me I just install it and later on the testing. Screw the long bolt to the taped nut and make sure it can reach it. Sorry I didn't have the good video tape for this one, but in this side I got it. And look closely. Another reminder, this part is prone to vibration due to shocks. This bolt will loosen itself in the long run. I recommend you use counter nut just to add another nut so it can hold it in place. Last reminder, this is not a perfect conversion since this is just a simple conversion. There's a little bit gap on that side. You can see right there if you do it yourself. And I don't know if you worry that too much, but for me, it's just fine. And as you can see, it's sturdy. And now the last part. Where is the bottom part? Which is in the adjuster part of the headlight. But the problem, you need thinner bolt. Like I'm gonna use this larger bolt, it doesn't reach out. But this smaller bolt, and this is the perfect bolt for this part. It's long and it's thin. To hold the nut, likewise, you need a tape to hold it in place. And place the nut to the center and let the tape hold it in place. And you can see right there, this thinner bolt can reach the nut. As you can see it right there, perfect. The nut size is 8 And now for the finale. Again, I'm gonna say this is a vibration prone area. You're gonna need a counter knot for this one. Just like that. And now everything is finished. You can look at this. This is cool. Awesome. And I'm gonna try to just pull it or try it, the durable test. And as you can see, it's perfectly aligned. It's symmetrically in the center. It's awesome. It looks great. But yeah, we're lazy to put the park light right there. Sorry. It's on you. Like I said, creativity. And the last thing to do is to check the lights. And look at that. It's turning the turn signal of right and left. And the lights. Oops. There we go. High, low. And now you can say everything works perfectly. And now, yes, everything is fine. You can see the gap, it's really big. Don't worry, this is just a conversion for that. But you can do more better than me, I can say. It's on you. Yeah. But yeah, this looks great. Awesome. And MDL, it didn't touch it. Look at that. It has a gap, a millimeter gap. Sorry for that. Awesome. Alright. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.